my daughter, Melissa, as you well know, but I just hate a fly. Mom? I hate a fly. I don't know.
My ring! I lost my ring. Oh, Sharon's gonna kill me.
Welcome to All-Star Bloopers with your host, Dick Clark, and bloopers from Donna and Greg. For Your Love, Mad TV, Norm, The Parkers, Two Guys and a Girl, and featuring Cedric The Entertainer with bloopers from The Steve Harvey Show, Jack Hanna with his special Animal Bloopers, plus commercial outtakes from Jonathan Winters, bloopers from the news, and bloopers from around the world. Movie bloopers from Meet the Parents starring Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. And Eddie Murphy and Janet Jackson in The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. And now, please welcome the host of Bloopers, Dick Clark.
Thank you very much, and welcome to another blooper show. You know, for years we've been showing the scenes that were never meant to be seen, and tonight is no exception. Take our first blooper. It comes from the series Two Guys and a Girl, and it features Ryan Reynolds and Jillian Bach, who are, well, they're in bed together. Ryan does a little ad-libbing, and until now, the censors kept this scene, how should I say, under the covers.
How did I wind up in your underwear? Did you look at that? There's just no correct place to put those fellas. I'm just gonna cover up.
Here's a scene from Two Guys and a Girl, which is kind of a spoof on The Exorcist. Now, Jillian Bach is supposed to spit green pea soup, but not on her co-star, Ryan Reynolds. Watch.
We want my looks back!
He's about to realize the soup's on his shirt. Now, this is a really bizarre scene from the Halloween episode of Two Guys and a Girl. As we pick up the action here, the scary fantasy plot has Ryan Reynolds without any arms. And his line is, everyone knows when you have no arms, your feet become your hands.
That doesn't count! No, it doesn't!
Yes, it does! Yes, it does! Everyone knows, Pete, when you have no arms, your feet become your hands!
You have another line, Ryan.
And then it was you.
Fun!
No, that doesn't count! That doesn't count!
I can't think of fun! Yes, it does!
No, it doesn't!
Everyone knows when you have no arms, your feet become your hands!
He's still searching for his next line.
Everyone knows when you have no arms, your feet become your hands! Holy...
Okay, he said the line. Now he's supposed to be picked up so he can kick in the door.
Johnny, please!
Oops. Here's another blooper from Two Guys and a Girl.
Sharon, I just up my lines.
Now, in this blooper, Holly Robinson Pete is supposed to say, sit down and shut up.
And if we stay out here, I think you've asked enough questions for this evening. Just sit down and
Dee Dee Pfeiffer is supposed to say the words easy, skeezy,
see
sleaze.
you any other way.
But I want him to see me as just an easy, sleazy sleaze. God, I'm so sorry.
Easy skeezy.
Easy skeezy?
Sleaze.
Easy skeezy sleaze. I got it.
Easy skeezy sleaze.
Now, in this blooper from Mad TV, Ari Spears is trying to say environmentally. I mean, he's really trying. Now, that's Aries on the right. He's the man who's supposed to say environmentally.
That's amazing. How did you do that?
That's incredible. All right, here's the deal. We get $5 an hour. We like cloth diapers because they're environmentally. All right, here's the deal. We get $5 an hour. We like cloth diapers because they're environmentally. Okay, here's the deal. We get $5 an hour. We like cloth diapers because they're environmentally safe. And we even provide you with our own personal nanny cam. And it spikes.
In the show Norm Macdonald plays the character of Norm Henderson. So in the scene where he introduces himself, he is supposed to say, "Hi, I'm Norm Henderson."
Delighted to meet you, Mrs. Murphy. I'm Norm Macdonald. I'm sorry, that's the actor that portrays me on TV. Start again.
Okay.
Now here's a mouthful for Jenna
Told me
Elfman.
something very personal. Now, he or she didn't specifically say that I shouldn't tell you, but if I tell you, then the person that he or she said that I shouldn't tell about the thing that I talked to him or... Ah! I'm a one-go girl, that's all. I was in the neighborhood.
By the way, thanks to Jenna and Thomas for this blooper.
Well, that's the thing of it. I don't know if I should tell you.
Tell me what?
Okay, the person I was just with told me something very personal. Now, he or she didn't specifically say that I shouldn't tell you about it, but if I tell you, then the person he or she told me, oh my God, I can't even do it anymore. Okay, I'm like in a brain about it. I can't even get it anymore. Okay.
Now, watch the actress Monique of The Parkers break up her co-star Dorian Wilson.
Oh, you've been looking bad these last few days. Your clothes is all wrinkled. You got bedhead, sleep in your eyes.
I'm fine.
Oh, and your breath is kicking.
Next, the director has her try it several ways.
Oh, and your breath is kicking.
I'm fine.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Ow.
I'm fine.
Oh.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Dorian can't keep a straight face.
And your breath is kicking. Come on.
Hey, don't go away. We'll be back with a lot more bloopers, I guarantee.
Still to come, Cedric the Entertainer from the Steve Harvey Show. Plus, meet the parents.
You know, when it comes to props, it's a very interesting thing. It seems no matter how simple the prop is, it can still create problems. Watch Nathan Fillion in this scene from Two Guys and a Girl.
Yeah, how do I look?
I lose the fanny pack.
That's easier said than done. Watch.
Hey.
Where are you taking my guy?
Oh, we're going to that new club, The Line. Only the cool people know about it.
Oh, Pete, don't tell me you're stealing cool people's mail.
Char, I know you're mad.
What are you doing?
I can't take off the fanny pack.
Here's a scene with two actors, 2 bottles of beer, and lots of bloopers. That's D.W. Moffat and James Leisure. Now, watch James on the left.
You think you've got a good relationship, and then you find out that it's all built on lies. Apparently, Sherry doesn't like a lot of things that I do.
Hey, man. Getting excited.
I'm serious.
God.
All Laurie Metcalf has to do is grab her jacket and leave.
And I feel great.
You know, there's a cat puppet they use on Sabrina the Teenage Witch named Salem, and they put this little puppet through all kinds of things you can't do with a real cat, like this blooper where they were supposed to send the cat on a skateboard through an open door. There he goes. Oops.
Pretty good. So he said it.
You know, you may have been sentenced here for community service, but you still have to follow the rules, Norm.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll do it right away. You have a pen?
No, I don't have a pen.
Well,
Now here come the dancers popping in, but soon one will be popping out. She's lost her top. You know, one of the funniest guys around these days has one of the most unusual names around. He calls himself Cedric The Entertainer. He's the co-star of the very funny Steve Harvey Show, and he's also part of the most successful comedy tour of all time, Kings of Comedy, captured on film in Spike Lee's movie. Please welcome a true king of comedy, ladies and gentlemen, Cedric The Entertainer. Welcome. Please pull up a chair, Cedric.
All right.
Welcome to Bloopers. You know, you're terrific on the Steve Harvey Show. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Steve.
Who? Steve Harvey. You mean the star of the Steve Harvey Show, starring Steve Harvey, written and produced by Steve Harvey, executive produced by Steve Harvey. One of the most humble people I know, Dick. Y'all very modest.
You seem to have the ability to make him laugh.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, my name is Cedric the Entertainer, not Cedric the Executioner.
This is true, but I'm referring to a particular scene where you're having a little trouble in the lovemaking area.
Oh, yeah. Let me stress, too, that was a part I was playing. Acting, like a healthy, red-blooded, prime A stud. And, this acting thing, it's just a little acting and a lot of ad-libbing. It kind of got to Steve a little bit.
Steve Harvey?
Yeah, star of the Steve Harvey Show. Steve, this is serious, man. I mean, every time I close my eyes, I see our little Yoda baby. It's just giving me the heebie-jeebies. My sex drive, gone. Just dead. Kaput. Not there no more. I used to roll my boat. Now I roll my boat ashore. I used to get up. Now I just lay down. I used to swing. Now I just miss. It ain't good for me, Steve. It ain't good. I used to bungee jump. Now my rope just dangles.
Now, in this next take, Steve has the words right, and he's really starting to emote. I mean, he's using everything he's ever learned in acting class.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, Dick. Denzel Washington has his position in the acting community very secure. I mean, now in this episode, Steve is pretending to be blind to keep a relationship going with a girl, but when he explains it to me, he's so serious, it just cracks me up. Watch. Look, Steve, you need to come clean about this whole blind act.
But say it. It's working for me. Look here. No, at the movie,
She whispers in my ear, tells me what's happening. She reads books to me. The girl opened the door.
In this next blooper, you and Steve have a line about the rap duo Kid and Play.
Right. You know, we ad-lib our own version of the Kid and Play at the end. You know, so yeah, I like it. You a sneaky dog, dog.
You feel me?
That's like the time we crashed Oprah party saying we was Kid and Play.
Huh? You ain't hear me? You come back. That's funny.
Now, somebody changed a line or two, didn't they?
Well, you know, instead of doing Kid and Play, we changed the reference to the great tap dance team of the old MGM movies, the Nicholas Brothers.
Oh, they were the greatest.
Till now. Why? I like it.
Yeah.
You a sneaky dog, dog.
Come on now.
It's just like that time we crashed Oprah's party saying we was the Nicholas Brothers.
What?
See, I bet it's killing you that Steve and I never danced on Bandstand.
Trust me, I'll get over it. But speaking of dancing, you did a little fancy footwork as a certain female character.
Yes, my Grandma Puddin' character on the show allows me to get in touch with my feminine side.
Come here, Grandma. Come here. What now? Why don't you quit acting like that?
Cedric, those were unbelievable bloopers.
You better believe it. That Grandma Puddin' is a full-figured lady.
I'm not going to touch that one. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric the Entertainer. Thank you very much. Now, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Next, news bloopers. And still to come, Eddie Murphy, Ben Stiller, and Robert De Niro.
Right now it's time for news bloopers. I love these things. You know, you can always count on your favorite news anchor to give you the latest buzz, but this anchor gets more buzz than she counted on.
Good morning, Oklahoma. The food situation in Russia is bad. Leader Boris Yeltsin is asking the U.S. for $600 million more in credit so his country can buy U.S. grain. Is there a way American? Where? Is it still there? No, don't.
Ooh.
Get it? Is it out?
Yeah, it's out. It's a yellow jacket.
It's a wasp. Oh, there it is on my purse. There it is, right there.
There. He's dead.
Got him.
You know, every day, news stations send reporters out into the field to keep us in touch with the news, but here is a passerby. I mean, he comes up behind this lady. He's sort of a loosey-goosey guy. Can I say that? I guess so. Anyway, he's keeping in touch with the reporter.
The government has many policies on paper to improve the law.
The railroads helped build the North.
Now, this reporter is going to great lengths to check that there's no train coming behind
Pushing
him.
north through Marysville, Chico, and Redding, linking California with the Pacific Northwest.
You know, sometimes it's more entertaining to watch the reporter who isn't talking. Keep your eye on the anchor on your right.
Up next, News 18 sports teams have been covering the wiregrass tonight, bringing back highlights from the area's top high school matchups. In a moment, it's Friday Night Football with Fred Beck.
To the east, and we are going to see a little bit more precipitation later on today.
Hello there.
It's really not too bad in the shade.
Watch the mic.
It really isn't. It's the only place I can think of to go in.
Here's a different kind of news leak.
Déjà au Parc des Princes. Vainqueur, Jacques Anquetil, contre l'admirer la perfection, mais à qui on reprochait un manque de panache.
Take a peek outside, 29 degrees in the Rapid City. There's nothing wrong what I said, it was just a little slip of the tongue.
That's right, you're right. And
That much.
now
yeah.
the forecast is over, we know what you're going to do.
You know, there's a certain time to have personal conversations in the newsroom, but not when you're on the air.
Why didn't you tell me that you were dating Jamie?
I don't plan on doing that anytime soon.
Oh, wow, that's when cues come in handy, right about then. Well, let's talk about football. Florida A&M. For a while there, it looked like they were going to just take the game away until
They did.
turning point.
I'm going to talk a little football right now.
Yeah.
Topics of self-care, stress management, caregiver guilt, nutrition, and elder care.
He's out of copy. You know, news anchors have a lot to think about during their newscasts, so it's easy to see why something like this could happen.
The brief twister or wind gust which hit the area this afternoon also sent a tree right down the middle of a Springfield woman's home. Linda Russell was just feet from where the 40-foot fir crashed through her kitchen, severing her house in the Gateway area. Fortunately, no one was injured, although she's not sure where her cat disappeared to. She says the wind only lasted a few seconds.
Well, the brief twister or wind gust also sent a tree right down the middle of a Springfield woman's home. Linda Russell was just feet from where the 40-foot fir crashed through her kitchen, severing her house in the Gateway area. Fortunately, no one was injured, although she's not sure where her cat disappeared to. We've heard this before, haven't we?
I'm sure I've heard this someplace before. It sounds familiar to me.
Okay, well...
Judy Unruh reports.
Jody Unruh reports.
You know, there's a newsman in Eugene, Oregon, who's been part of some classic bloopers, and he's been kind enough to send them along to us and to give us the story behind some of our all-time favorite moments. Here's the man himself, Al Peterson.
Well, thanks, Dick. I've been doing this for 15 years, and you're bound to make a couple of mistakes. I remember one time I'd written a story, but it didn't seem funny until I actually had to read it on the air.
A bizarre toothbrushing incident is causing funding problems for a state-run hospital. Officials threatened to cut off funding over an experiment to help patients overcome their fear of oral hygiene. State investigators say the experiment violated 9 patients' civil rights by forcing them to brush their teeth. The program director of the Eastern... Pardon me, this one caught me by surprise. The Oregon director of the Eastern Oregon Training Center says the hospital is taking steps to comply with the federal government recommendations. $6 million of the center's $8 million budget comes from those federal funds.
And then there was the time I had to ad-lib with a sheep.
I'm Al Peterson. I'll be doing your weather tonight out at the Black Sheep Gathering. Have a friend here. I'll have the forecast. He'll have the commentary when we come back. We have to keep in mind that Archie here is from Grants Pass. It's hotter down there, isn't it, Archie? A lot hotter? Okay, I can understand that. Anyway, you want them because you can dye white wool to be any color you want, but
when it's dark like this, you're kind of stuck with it. But these days, people like wool that is in its natural state. And we like Archie, don't we? Do you like me, Archie? Archie. Dang it. Now, I guess my most famous blooper of all time, it was a report on 2 cows who were loose on the freeway. At least I thought there were 2.
Not many cars were moving, but mooing could be heard on the Capitol Beltway around Washington, D.C. early this morning. A tractor-trailer transporting Black and Gus, there's Black or Gus, was stopped on the side of the Beltway while the driver changed a flat tire. Officials say no people and no cows were injured.
I wonder if those cows named Black and Gus were actually Black Angus cows, perhaps. It's just a possibility that I thought,
Are you thinking I misinterpreted something?
No, that came from the government. That was a government source, wasn't it?
That's what he Black
Angus. Anyway, enough about our cow naming impairments at this point.
We're going to find out who's right. I suspect it's you.
Well, it could be.
Well, Dick, thanks for making me a blooper legend. And if history holds true, you'll probably be seeing me back on the show again sometime soon.
Thank you, Al, and to all of our great news people, thank you so very much. They're all so professional and got great senses of humor. Now, we've got some bloopers you will not want to miss, so stay right where you are. We're coming right back at you.
Next, a visit from Jack Hanna with wild animal bloopers and wild animals.
Do you wear a tie with a safari jacket? You know, I'm wearing this in honor of the man who is the director of the Columbus Zoo and our next guest. He is the host of Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures. Please welcome a good friend of our show, Mr. Jack Hanna. Jack, it's always nice to have you here. I mean, good to see you walking around.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen, you know, I worry about you. You have always been able to supply us with really great bloopers.
Well, you know, Dick, whenever you work with animals, certain things are bound to happen. The other reason is I'm totally out of my mind.
I agree. You put yourself in situations that, I mean, no sane man would put himself in.
Yeah, and coming on this show is one of them.
No, seriously. You remember the little incident? I mean, I looked at that and said, don't do that. With the alligator?
Of course I do. That was a time I almost became Captain Hook.
There's a lot of ways to call gators. Probably the easiest is just making a grunting sound way down in the pit of your stomach and then just grunting out over the lake or the pond. It sounds something like this.
Huh. Yeah, here they come.
Here they come.
Wow.
Here they come.
I want you to put your hand in the water like a fish. Would that make them come over here?
Probably so. You could try it. Trained professionals do not try this at all.
And don't forget the emu. Well, you're pretty quick. After all, what could a bird do to me? Quick. I used to be quick. That's all right. Oh, he's all right.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Just so you know, Jack, either real close or far.
Yeah, just stand far away. And here are some more examples of my courage. Oh, don't step on a snake or something. Yeah. Oh, my heart. Oh, I always thought penguins were black and white until I visited the penguin encounter at SeaWorld. Ready? Yep. I always thought penguins were black. Oh, that's okay. Ready? I once heard that trunk has over 40,000 muscles. That's right. No. When he honks like that, why do he honk? Well, he's aggressive, that's why. Stop it. Stop it. Hey. think we ought to go back to camp. I gotta wash my pants.
Jack, do you believe that animals are attracted to certain people or things?
Yeah, you know, some animals are attracted to color, some are attracted to smell. But there's one thing that all animals are attracted to.
What's that?
My hair.
This is Vinny the vulture. Whoa, there he comes. He wants to meet you too here.
Is he gonna eat my...
No, but hold up the food. He might eat the food. I don't know if he's hungry.
Can you touch him?
Yeah. Yeah. Except he doesn't talk. Oh, you don't like that. I don't know if he do it.
Your parrot doesn't like... Hey! Oh, shoot! Oh, I ain't got much hair. Ooh. Oh, Vinny, don't do that. I'm not a dead dead prey. They eat dead things. Oh, hey! Oh! Flying foxes. Flying foxes look like that. But really, they're entirely different life forms. They're very common in Sydney. He's not gonna bite me, is he? No. Hi, I'm Jack Hanna. Join me on Zoo Life to learn more about the animals of the world. She's eating my hair. I'm not gonna do it. Ready? Ready? Quickly. Childhood is a special time that only happens once, especially if a giraffe is eating your hair, whether it's with animals or human beings. So take the time and enjoy these moments, because there's nothing more precious than a baby, especially a giraffe.
Now, it's not just the hair on the top of your head that animals are attracted to, is it?
No, they seem to like the hair on my chest as well. Oh, that felt good. You get right on the end of it.
Jack, you are a veritable treasure trove of bloopers.
Yeah, but it's not easy working with animals. In fact, I want to give you a little test tonight. Here, hand me this little. Oh, this is going to be
That's a
something.
cute little pussy. Whoa.
Oh, this is nice.
Does he have any? Oh my God! Jack, you're supposed to be in control.
Hey, it's nice.
I was about to say, does he have teeth? And I saw him.
No, I forgot the bottle.
What?
I forgot the bottle.
Somebody get him the bottle.
Come here.
What's he weigh?
Only about 20 pounds. That's okay.
Can I touch him while you hold on to it?
Just a little bit. I have something nice for you to touch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
Come here. I have something real. You'll like this. This is real smooth.
This is real nice to have you here.
Maybe we'll have a blooper with you.
What is your name, man? Jackie, what does this little devil weigh? 65. What's his or her name? Does it male or female?
It's Monty Python or Boa Derek. I don't know. But anyway, it won't hurt you.
Jack, thank you so very much. Oh, she's looking at me. I'm looking at you, and we'll be back in a moment, I hope.
Still to come, Eddie Murphy and Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps.
You know, the legendary Jonathan Winters has one of the wildest comedy minds in the world, and he does a series of commercials for the California Egg Commission where they just turn him loose. And it makes for some great commercials and some great bloopers.
I love breakfast the most of all. I really love it. I love to cook eggs. Ranchos, huevos. I had a bad fall. That's probably you noticed why I fumbled momentarily. Yeah, you see the skillet. Stuff's all over me. Sometimes, you know, you get greasy. You must be careful while you're in the kitchen. If you drop something here, or you shake it, or the fire's too high, this stuff will fly out, and you'll be wearing a Halloween mask for your life.
Protein. Get lots of protein. You know what protein's all about? Well, I've heard a lot about it. It's supposed to be good for you. I asked for it the other day in the drugstore, and they just stared at me. Then I went to the armory, and they really stared at me.
I'm 87 years old. Well, going on 88. Do I look it? The person the other day, walking a small dog, said every bit of it. I cold-cocked him.
Oh, the missus. She's a little woman. Well, I say little. She's just over 4. 4'1". 4 feet 1. Pretty kind of bulb-like eyes. Somebody slapped her on the back, you know. A little hard when she was born. And I call her Bug-eye. The eggs are always fresh. That's why I always carry this instead of the monocle. Eh? I had stopped lots. Yes, long distance, AT&T. My favorite chicken is Agatha Louise. She's right here, God bless her. She lays, now get this, almost a full week. She'll lay over 2,700 eggs. Of course, you got to squeeze her like this. That's when she's lost her voice. Yeah, otherwise she, well, that's her. The fridge. Wow, they told me I was cooking for only 6 people. A bed and breakfast. Look at these eggs. California fresh egg, yeah? No, not yet.
Now here's a series of phone bloopers starting with the first day of a new phone-in format at station WWTI in Watertown, New York. Now, remember, I mean, this is important. This is the first day. So all the bugs haven't been worked out, to say the least. They haven't been worked out.
You know, you have, of course, the ice storm a week ago, and there's our first call.
And here's our first call. All right, let's see who we have here.
Good morning, you're on Newswatch 50. Good morning, you're on Newswatch 50. Good morning, you're on Newswatch 50.
We're getting those calls in, we can't seem to get them through. Bear with us here for just a moment. We'll
Good morning, you're on Newswatch 50.
Good morning.
Good morning, you're on Newswatch 50.
One more time over here.
We're gonna see what happens. If we can get it, we're gonna get it. One of the things that I'm concerned about is that,
There we go.
Good morning, Newswatch 50. See if there's like a little scooch on the back.
Coming through. We are doing what we can
boy.
here this morning to get those calls through. Well,
there's not a way to answer this phone.
That's a liquid sunshine. I mean, rather, the other type. Don't call me during the weather.
And now, more phone bloopers.
Oh, Sharon, what's happening? What? 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 All right. Yeah, all right. We're coming. We're coming. Oh.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I, frickin' frackin'.
He forgot his line. He's forgotten his line again. Firmly now in the grips of round-the-clock communication. Everybody seems to remember to bring their cell phone or pager with them. They just don't remember to turn them off.
No matter how bad things
Now here are Cameron Matheson and Esther Terblanche in a scene from the daytime drama All My Children. Now they're really trying to bring out the drama of this situation until they are rudely interrupted. Watch.
You mean that you and I could finally get it right? I don't know about that, really, but they certainly made me wonder.
I really can't believe Haley and Mateo stopped loving each other.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm in trouble, right? Oh my God.
We're driving to St. Louis tonight, and I want you to be my maid of honor.
Well, thanks, but I'm not allowed to get phone calls after 9, so I'm pretty sure I can't leave the state on a school night.
Now that's Lori Beth Denberg.
Sorry.
Now watch her try to get through this scene despite the obvious distraction.
And even though Mr. Hightower's cool with it, we can't risk anyone else knowing.
Are you sure, Mr.
Is that a problem for audio?
And I thought most of the time we cope with it, but there was always that threat that, basically we shouldn't allow them to concede. And there's my wife on the phone probably to congratulate us. Hi, Deb. Dad, give us 2 minutes. I'm just on the telephone.
Wait till you see what's coming up next. We'll be right back.
Next, meet the parents and Nutty Professor 2, the class.
One of the biggest hits around these days is the current release Meet the Parents, starring Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Blythe Danner, and Terry Polo. Here's some outtakes that never made the final cut.
Well, you know, I thought that with my knowledge and my experience,
Take a look at this. Lit the cigarette. It must have started some sort of little fire, and then it hit the thing, and then I don't know. That lacquer
Ben is lost.
altar was unsafe. I think any person who puts that much lacquer on an altar should know that they shouldn't keep it anywhere near anybody who would ever possibly have fire anywhere near them.
Now this time, Ben pads his part.
Is that one of your little secret cameras, huh?
Greg.
That's too much.
Now, in this scene, Robert De Niro is supposed to say house cat.
you see, Jinx is strictly a cow's hat. A cow's hat.
A cow's hat?
A cow's hat. Wow.
This is the
You
food
could
channel.
do anything you want.
Monsieur Down, le chef down has been this.
What you're doing is important.
Now watch Robert De Niro as Owen Wilson blows his line.
The other day I saw a Labrador Retriever with a paw. Broke my heart.
Eddie Murphy, the man of a million faces, is back with bloopers from the recent hit Nutty Professor to the Clumps, co-starring Janet Jackson. Now, keep in mind, all of the characters that make the bloopers in these scenes are played by Eddie.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Now, that door was supposed to stay closed.
Whoa, you better slow this car down. We can't help something wrap around no light pole. That ain't funny.
Clone? Or perhaps home.
You'll see more bloopers on the video and DVD after the movie's theater release.
Please do something to him. Mess up his dream, give him nightmares and everything. Bubble, bubble,
That was fun. Thanks so much for watching. For now, Dick Clark. So long.